Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm a paintball-aholic. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the common mistakes that new paintball players make in general, and one thing you can do to improve your game the first time out. It was 1989. I first started playing paintball. I was 12 years old. I went to with two of my buddies. They gave me a rental gun. It had a large steel tank full of CO2, a 200-round hopper. We got out to the woods, and the ref said go, and we headed off towards the other team, in the direction we assumed the other team was in. As I walked in the woods, the heavy gun was by my side as I tromped through the brush. Suddenly, pop, a paintball whizzed by my head at 180 miles an hour. It was exhilarating, and I dove. As I dove forward, I reached both hands on the grip of my gun, and I pulled the trigger as I was falling to the ground, launching a paintball across the field towards the other team, and landed my first kill in paintball. I was hooked on the sport before I ever landed in the mud puddle. As I laid there in the mud puddle, one of the opposing members shot. The other one shot my buddy next to me, and luckily my friend behind him shot them. I was sitting there in the mud puddle useless, my arms stretched out. Back then, paintball guns had pumps on them, so I couldn't shoot again. My arms were stretched out, the pump was out here. I couldn't return. Had I made one adjustment, had I done one thing different, I probably could have got both of those other people out. Had I been walking through the woods with my gun up at the ready, I would have been able to shoot the first guy, pump the action on my paintball gun, and at least shoot at the second guy. At least, if nothing else, it would have made a better presence for my team. On the field today, what I see a lot, instead of people out holding their gun at their side, I see that too. So people in the woods, they either hold out their gun out the side, or they follow action movie stars and they want to do something where they hold their gun up and then they want to swoop in for a shot. I've actually seen little kids out there practicing this on the range as if they were going to come in and shoot the bad guy like Bruce Willis in an action movie. The problem is any kind of motion, up or down, takes a lot of strength and a lot of focus. So you're taking away from the game. If you just have your marker up at the ready, you'll be much faster to respond. Paintball actually has very little in common with the movies, although most of these things that people do when they start come from the movies. The only thing in paintball that's the same as the movies is you have a 300-round hopper. So when you walk out onto the field, you can just pull the trigger and shoot and shoot and shoot like Rambo in a movie without changing magazines. Other than that, if you walk down the road like Rambo, you will get shot. In paintball, you need cover. And the other thing I see from the movies that people do is they run up to their wall or their cover and they put their back to it. I think that comes from the movies too. They always see the cop with their back up against the wall in a dangerous situation, spinning around and shooting people. This is everything you don't want to do. In paintball, if you just keep your marker up at the ready, advancing forward, always keeping your marker towards your opponent, ready to fire, you'll be 50% ahead of the rest of the field, and you'll probably enjoy your day more. Be safe. Have fun.